with Angela Yee.
Yeah.
On this Rapture Tuesday.
Back at it. Yeah.
You see, it's supposed to be the Rapture today. Today's the 23rd. Yep.
That means the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's over.
Yeah, I think today and tomorrow. So.
Oh wow.
Do you?
What's up, man?
That's your advice for the day.
Sell all my stuff.
I don't even know what you would do if the Rapture was coming. Like, what would you do that you haven't? You know what I'm saying?
I've been living.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've been
like,
living to the fullest.
How does today change anything for you?
Nah, everybody else selling something. You want buy my boots? Yeah, I'm selling my boots.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. You know what else we should do for the Rapture? We should interview Mory Povich.
I like that. You are not the father.
And that's right. Mory Povich is going to be joining us today.
Let's do
he
that.
has his new podcast, On Par with Maury. So the On Par Pod. So you can check that out. He's interviewed your friend Dave East on there.
That's right.
His first interview was with Connie Chung when he launched it back in March.
That's his wife.
His wife of like 40-something years.
Yeah,
so
that's the type of love I'm going to have.
Well,
yeah.
It might be too late for But anyway, let's shine a light. 800-292.
Come on, man. I didn't come up here for this.
5150. Call us up. It's Rapture Tuesday. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. That's 800-292-5150. It's way up.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
That's right.
And one of the world's wealthiest women, Mackenzie Scott, formerly married to Jeff Bezos, she just gave a $70 million donation to UNCF to financially strengthen HBCUs. UNCF is the nation's largest provider of scholarships to minority students. And so that's what she decided to. That is the single largest donation. And it's one of the first to be publicly disclosed in 2025. Now, normally she only discusses her donations through her website and she does not confirm them until after the recipients do. But this is a really powerful gift for HBCUs. And so they're establishing a $370 million fund. She has donated $70 million. Love it. And I think the timing of this is amazing, just given all the cutbacks that's been happening when it comes to funding, when it comes to education.
Right.
And so that's how you actually, and I know this is something we've been discussing, how people who are of privilege financially need to make sure that they're also being part of this. Yeah, being part of what's going on right now. That's the only way we'll be able to continue to thrive the way that we need to. All right, now, Mackie, who do you want to shine a light on?
I'm good. I just want to shine a light on myself. Young man, just taking the steps I got to take to better myself. I'm about to go in the shelter, and hopefully after this, I'll be able to have my own house.
Oh, okay. You're going into a shelter right now. Are you working?
Yes, I am working. I got a little side job. I Instacart a little bit, and I play music. I'm a musician.
All right. Well, listen, best of luck to you, Mackie, and be shining a light on you. You're doing what you got to do to hold it down. I am wishing you the most blessings ever, and I feel like everything's going to work out for you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mackie, for calling.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we got your Yee tea. And let's talk about these character letters for Diddy as he is getting sentenced. We'll tell you what Young Miami had to say, what Janice Combs had to say as well, and everybody who's been writing letters. It's way up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
It's way up with Angela Yee, and Mano's here.
Way up.
Let's talk about Diddy. So his attorneys are submitting documents now. They filed a sentencing packet for court and prosecution. They are trying to get him a more lenient sentence. Now, just for perspective, prosecutors say Diddy should be sentenced to between 51 and 63 months. That's about 5 years. His lawyers are countering with 21 to 27 months. He's already been there for 13 months. And so that would mean he would be able to come home soon. Now, according to these documents, in the past 2 years, Diddy's career and reputation have been destroyed. He served over a year in one of the most notorious jails in America, yet has made the most of that punishment. They said it's time for him to go home to his family. They also said that he became sober for the first time in 25 years and has inspired other inmates with his program. In addition, he has an incident-free record while in the lockup, and he has no prior criminal history.
Yeah. Exactly. And the average person with that charge or that's convicted for that is not doing that much time.
Right. Well, it's the 2 counts of the Mann Act is what he's been convicted on. That's no more than 6 to 12 months in prison on each count.
Probation.
All right. Now, Young Miami wrote a character letter to the judge ahead of the sentencing, and she talked about being in a public relationship with him for 3 years, and she said she witnessed and came to know a different person than the one often portrayed. She said it's important for the court to know the side of Sean that isn't always seen or spoken about. And one of her most meaningful memories was when he took her to her first Met Gala. It was about what it represented. He made it a priority to open doors for Black people. She also discusses how he gave her a voice, providing her a platform on his network. And she said he's not a danger or a threat to the community. Another person who wrote a letter was, of course, his mother, Janice Combs. She said she'll be 85 years old December 21st, and the separation for the past year has been difficult and painful for her and for his children. She wants to spend the last few years of her life with her son. She did say, unfortunately, my son has made some terrible mistakes in his life, which I know he recognizes. She ends it by saying, my health has deteriorated these last couple of years. I had 2 brain surgeries and monthly follow-ups. I'm having a really difficult time controlling my diabetes. My doctor informed me that the diabetes has affected my heart, which may result in a stroke. Another person who wrote a letter was Carl Thomas. Now, Carl Thomas said that he's known Puff personally and professionally since 1996 when he originally signed to Bad Boy Records. He said, when my house in Houston was flooded in 2016, Puff was the very first person to call and help me when disaster struck. Even in this season of accountability, Puff continues to demonstrate humility, self-reflection, and an earnest desire to correct what has gone wrong. So we'll get these results October 3rd. That is when he is going to be sentenced, and we'll see how much time he gets. But he is he is facing up to 10 years in prison. All right, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night, where we discuss what happened last night. My night was a little crazy. And just to give you a preview, it has to do with dogs on the loose, Jay Electronica, and a Brooklyn neighborhood in Bed-Stuy. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Yeah, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yeah.
Man, so what did you do last night?
I was moving around. I had a lot
You
going
feeling better,
on.
right? Because you were a little sick.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better.
Good. You needed some rest. Sometimes you got to stay home,
Yeah,
especially because today is,
The end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
It was
got to
good
make sure
knowing you,
you're
though,
well
man.
rested for it.
Yeah.
So yesterday I had everything was pretty calm until I got a call. Jay Electronica was like, "Hey, are you at home? I'm gonna come by."
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, and he's been dropping albums, by the way. I don't know if you've been listening, but I think you'll enjoy.
Right.
He's finally putting out all this music. I think he's got like 19 projects done or something like that. So anyway, I'm like, I'm at home. He's like, I'm going to come by. I can't come in. I have my dogs with me. He has 2 Great Danes. Those dogs are huge.
What?
So he pulls up. He's outside. We're talking. All of a sudden, I look over and I'm like, I think your dog jumped out the window.
Nah. Your house?
Outside of the car.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I guess the dog went to go chase another dog. Somebody was walking a dog, and then mayhem kind of broke out for a hot second. I saw, shout out to everybody on the corner running inside the building. And then one of the dogs, I guess that the dog chased, got lost. So they were on a mission to find the dog that got lost. Then while that's happening, the other dog jumps out the window. So now there's 2 Great Danes loose on the block, and those dogs are huge, but they're good. They're kind of trained.
Did he caught them?
So he did catch his dogs, and then he went to go help one woman find the dog that was missing.
Oh, wow.
So that took a little bit, but
So
fortunately...
this is a whole adventure.
Yeah, it was an adventure yesterday. So fortunately, everything calmed down, but what did come of it was we do, on our block, have a block association meeting coming up, and that's going to be this week, actually. And there's been a lot of clashing on my block between, gentrification's a super real thing in Bed-Stuy. And so there's a clash on our block between people who have lived there and actually I feel like help keep the block safe and clean. Like, they'll be outside playing music, having food, playing cards, but it's very safe. I feel like my packages don't get stolen. I don't have to worry about anything when I'm not around because I know somebody's watching. Right? But there are people who move it on the block that don't like that. And, those people sometimes are a different hue. And they don't like people outside playing music. That somebody's calling the cops all the time. The cops are trying to break things up. It's been a lot less active this summer because I feel like the cops keep coming and like, you know, go inside. You can't be out here. You can't be on the sidewalk. You can't do this. But this is something that's been going on way before the neighborhood got gentrified. So I just want to know, because this has been an issue in a lot of different places. You know, when I was with Jay yesterday, we were talking about New Orleans and how that's gotten so gentrified. So many different neighborhoods. Detroit, you see it happening everywhere in Detroit. We want to know what your thoughts are and what your experience has been when it comes to gentrification. 800-292-5150. Call us up. No matter what it is, we just want to hear what your thoughts are, because with gentrification comes, like, you know, certain things, it benefits a neighborhood, but in a lot of ways, they want you to change what tradition has been. We haven't had a block party in forever, apparently. 800-292-5150. Call us up. We're talking about gentrification.
Vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
Hey, yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
I'm always here.
So you'll be here tomorrow?
I'm going to try.
I just had to do
I
that.
got other things going on, baby.
All right. Well, speaking of other things, let's talk about gentrification.
Right.
Now, I was telling you guys we have like a block association meeting coming up. And one of the main issues is it feels like there's like a standoff on the block between people who are longtime residents.
That's right.
And then the people who are
They
gentrifying.
move in and they think they own the street.
And they want to be like,
they own the block.
calling the cops all the
turn
time,
the
not
music
wanting
down.
people outside, not wanting to have a block party.
Can you not stand in front of my property?
And things like that. And I want to say, last summer was way more lit on my block. This year has felt like...
I'm gonna start posting up on your block.
Yeah,
to bring
come post up on the block.
To bring the energy that you need.
Yeah, come bring the energy. I told you yesterday was was an energetic evening for me. But anyway, we want to know what your thoughts are when it comes to gentrification. You know, it's unfortunate. Property values are going up. People can't afford certain things anymore.
Right.
And then you can't even be outside like you've been for decades. Davon, what's been your experience?
Man, I'm from Jersey, but I live in Oakland right now, and
Wow.
it's crazy gentrified out here. Like, it's literally no black people out here no more. Like,
That's wild. You know, I'm going to be out there.
man.
Have you ever been to Home of Chicken and Waffles?
yeah, I have.
All right, just so you know, they're about to start selling my coffee in there. Coffee uplifts people, so I'm going to be out there soon to launch that.
Oh, I'm definitely coming by.
All right, well, good. Well, I see you in Oakland. I'm going to make sure y'all know when I'm going to be there. Thank you for calling. Taisha,
Yes,
we're talking about gentrification. What's been your experience?
it's horrible. I'm actually from the neighborhood. I'm from Macon and Patchen and Rouse.
Best die.
And so, so what's been going on? I know exactly where you are.
Can't find a way to park as it is, and they started putting the bike things on the block.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I hate
When
the
you're
bike
in New
thing.
York, them bike things take
I
up mad
hate
parking spots.
And then it's like, if you're going to come to the neighborhood, you join the festivities. You join the culture. You don't come here, change it for your liking, and then proceed to do the same thing. When they move in, now they're putting furniture outside so they can sit outside and drink their beer and coffee and tea.
Right.
That's the same thing you were doing way before y'all got here.
You're right about that, because there's all these little tiny coffee shops. They got little chairs outside. I'm like, where did this come from? But then they don't want the people that
can't be
live
outside
there
on
and been
our
there their whole lives to sit outside.
It's horrible. You can't afford Brooklyn no more. You got to make 6 figures to live in Brooklyn.
Right.
It's not fair, I feel, to the people that's been there. I was born and raised on Macon, and it feels like we're getting pushed out.
Right, like it's not even your neighborhood. Like, now I got to do what they want to do.
No.
All right, well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Michelle,
Hi.
what you think about gentrification? What's been happening?
Well, I'm an old head. I grew up in Harlem, uptown.
Harlem is
and
not the same.
It's not the same, but also we have allowed people to come in our communities, and we have made it messy that people have to feel like they have to come in our communities to clean it up, and therefore this allows them to take over.
So
we need to be more mindful of our communities and culture too.
Yeah, I mean, Harlem is definitely, that was, I feel like that's been gentrified.
Now we can't even afford to live in our own communities.
And that's why who represents us is so important. Local elections are so important, and we got to make sure we hold people accountable when it comes to affordable housing.
Exactly. And don't let people that are getting paid off get in office, because they forget about us.
All right. Thank you for calling.
All right. Thank you, Angela.
So what I'm getting from all this is, Maynard, we need you to be Brooklyn Borough President
I'm
next.
going to be. Are you going to be my campaign manager?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. But you got to get married because I think that people look at that more seriously. All right. Well, thank you guys for calling. 800-292-5150. It is a very serious topic, gentrification. If you couldn't get through, you can always call up and leave a message. When we come back, we have your Yeetie. And Jimmy Kimmel is back on ABC today. We'll give you the details that we know. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm
Way
here.
up.
Mano's here. No,
Yeah.
Mano! I think the conversations behind the scenes need to be televised.
We might get banned.
All right, now let's talk about Cardi B first and foremost. She was recently on X, and people are wondering why she's not divorced. You know, she is pregnant. But one thing people always say, oh, but you're still married and you're pregnant. Here's what she had to say about what the holdup is.
Stop saying, oh, but you're still married. No, I'm legally separated. Y'all want to know the tea? The only way I can get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that.
It's tough.
That's why when I get divorced, it's going to be quick and
Why
silent.
would you say that?
You got to plan your divorce. You have to
You
always
got to have
be
a
ready.
prenup.
No, divorce.
Yeah, I mean,
Plan my marriage and my divorce at
I
the
don't know.
same
Have
time.
you ever seen this movie? I think it's called The Divorce. You
No,
think
it's not.
things are going to be friendly. The person that
Right.
you love could end up being like
That's right, you go to war.
your worst enemy. War of the
That's right.
Roses.
War of the
Remember
Roses.
that?
Yeah, they end up killing themselves.
Each other, right?
That's
They both
right.
fell.
That's right.
All right, now, in addition to that, she talked about having Janet Jackson on her album. She was with Sway, Heather B, and Tracy G, and here's what she had to say.
If we ever ask Janet Jackson or any of the Jackson family for their support, you'll be very surprised. Like, they answer fast. They don't be funny with the percentages like that.
That's good.
That's super good.
Yeah, they answer fast. You would not think that.
I could see that though, like them being really humble.
In addition, she discussed, what does it cost to get Janet Jackson on a song?
I have the song a certain way, but she wanted like the production to sound a certain way. She took over the whole and I'm gonna say what Janet Jackson want me to do. Like, whatever I gotta say, like, well, no.
Yeah.
Okay, Janet Jackson, the you want.
Oh, well, whatever. And I agree with her.
Yeah.
Whatever
gotta
you
do
need,
it.
whatever you want.
Do what Janet says.
Cardi's also going to be replacing The Weeknd as the headliner at Global Citizen Festival. So you'll get to hear that for the first time live before her tour in 2026. The Weeknd was supposed to be headlining. He's no longer performing. That's a good updated headliner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She on fire right now.
How do you feel about that? Dan is a huge Weeknd fan,
Dan has
but I know he's also
PTSD.
he's also a huge Cardi fan.
The Weeknd's an incredible performer.
So is Cardi.
Weeknd's a goat.
All right, now Jimmy Kimmel is going to be returning to ABC tonight. Unfortunately for him, though, the country's largest owner of its local affiliate stations won't air the show because Jimmy Kimmel is also not going to apologize for what he had to say about Charlie Kirk's alleged killer. He did negotiate his return to the airwaves directly with Walt Disney, with the CEO Bob Iger and the number 2 co-chair Dana Walden, according to sources with knowledge of the situation. That's what they told the Post. But there's going to be dozens of local ABC stations that's owned by Sinclair Broadcast Group. They announced that they're going to be airing news programming in its place. Good for Jimmy Kimmel not apologizing because he's a comedian. The same people that tell you have, as a comedian, license to be funny and still
That's
do
right.
these things
That's
should
right.
not be the ones that are...
Unapologetic, baby.
Right. Now you have some nerve trying to say, oh, you need to do this, you need to apologize, that's not funny, blah, blah, blah. So I know everyone's going to be tuned in tonight, their loss. When we come back, we got your under the radar stories, and let's talk about Elon Musk's father. They've done this deep dive in New York Times. They've done an investigation on Errol Musk, and they're talking about these allegations against him, and there's police and court records, personal correspondence, and it's pretty ugly. It's way up.
Listen to news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your under the radar stories. I just came back from Vegas, Mano. You know that, from the iHeart Festival.
Yes, indeed.
But Vegas has now slashed prices. It's their first time they've ever done a citywide sale to try to get people to come there. There's 50% off the best available rate on some hotel
So
rooms,
everything
waived
is
resort
low.
fees, free parking, even massages for only $99. This is available today through Friday. And a lot of destinations are struggling. And you know why?
Why?
They said the U.S. is the only one among 184 countries that will see a tourism decline in 2025. A lot of people don't want to come here because
too pricey.
That's not. Just think about all the things that we're doing with these tariffs on other countries and making enemies and saying Canada should be part of the United States. We're not necessarily saying it, but our representative is.
Absolutely.
So it's really not making people feel too keen on coming here. People from Canada have literally canceled their trips and vacations here after Donald Trump has said some things about Canada in the midst of this whole tariff war. So people are kind of like, I'll go somewhere else and take my money somewhere else. So yes, you can get a good deal right now. All right. Elon Musk, his father has reportedly been accused of sexually abusing 5 of his children and stepchildren. The youngest was only 4 years old. These allegations against Elon Musk are in a New York Times investigation, which claims police and court records, personal correspondence, social workers, and interviews with family members show that he's been accused of inappropriately touching some of the young ones in his life over a period of 30 years. The earliest one is 1993. His 4-year-old stepdaughter told family he had touched her at the family house. This is all according to the New York Times. And a decade later, she says she caught him sniffing her underwear. Now, as recently as 2023, a family member and social worker, according to this report, attempted to intervene after his then 5-year-old son said his father had groped his buttocks. According to this New York Times article, they said Errol was accused by family members of abusing 2 of his daughters and a stepson, but that he had not been convicted of any crimes even after 3 separate police investigations into his behavior were opened over the years.
Yeah, he got a problem.
So allegedly, now he's denying all of the allegations. He told the Times the reports are false and nonsense in the extreme. And he says he only is aware of 1 abuse allegation, but he has at least 9 children and stepchildren, and he has been married 3 times. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. We do have the Way Up Mix for you at the top of the hour. And guess who's coming today?
I wonder who.
Mory Povich.
And you are not the father.
And then you go running out the room screaming, happy, high-fiving the audience. He has a new show. It's called the On Par Podcast. So we'll be talking about that. But of course, Maury is classic. He's also a real journalist. Yeah. Remember, he had Current Affair. Yeah, he had that show. Obviously married to Connie Chung. Now that is a journalism dream couple. All right, it's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee,
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way Up.
Man, I'm spilling it all. Okay, well, let's get right into this Yee T. So Catfish has been canceled at MTV after 9 seasons. Did you know that? I didn't even realize that show was still on, did you?
No, I didn't. I thought it was all reruns.
Right, it premiered in 2012.
I love that show, though.
Yes, and Nev
You ever
Shulman.
been Catfish?
Have I? No.
Yeah, never?
Never. But I don't really meet people online, like you guys sliding into DMs and stuff like that.
I wouldn't say that I do things like that, but my DMs get slid in.
Okay, I know that's right. So Nev Shulman, by the way, has been doing his own thing. He's actually ventured off into real estate, and I guess he's already been kind of knowing that this was going to be gone after a while. So here is, I'm not sure what this clip is, but here is part of Catfish? Is this what this is? What is it? Oh, here's them announcing the closing of the show.
Catfish, as we've known it, is over, which is sad, but at the same time, what an incredible journey it's been. No matter what ever happens in your life,
Golden rule.
No matter how someone treats you or how angry or upset you are, never call someone a fat-ass Kelly Price.
And that comes from an episode, I guess, where she was catfishing, but she was a cousin, or a whole situation. People were really getting catfish on that show. I was like, is this real?
That was crazy.
Remember,
but it is
I think
real.
it was like a Bow Wow episode. Remember that one?
Yes, that is a real thing, though.
All right, now Wags to Riches also has been canceled. It only had 1 season. And yes, Jules was somebody on the show that people were really she was a polarizing figure on that show. I will say that. So somebody said, why don't Sherelle shows make it to season 2? And then yes, Jules said, because nothing about her is redeeming, influential, or genuine. I don't have to respect anyone with malicious intent who doesn't care about who they step on to have the success that they have. She barely respects other women herself, as you can see with her treatment of Stoney and her post-show fallout with her old podcast co-host, who I heard she chose not to pay for their time and efforts. Sheesh. All right, and Joe Exotic's associate has been killed, unfortunately.
Shout out to Joe Exotic.
Ryan Easley, he was handling a tiger during the Saturday show at the Growler Pines Tiger Preserve, and he was suddenly set upon by the tiger. The tiger grabbed him by the neck and shoulder area and then started shaking him.
And he raised that tiger since he was a cub.
Violently with his teeth. They said now the tiger's been put in a single cage and will not be allowed out pending the outcome of the probe. So PETA, in the meantime, said Ryan hauled tigers around the country, forced them to perform in cruel circuses, and kept them trapped in cages for hours when they weren't performing for years. They did a whole, I guess, they're not sorry type of situation. Joe Exotic said, however, that's not true. He said, no one can blame the tiger for what happened. We all take a risk in what we do, and we don't need further laws to ban tigers because of this, because you can get killed doing just about anything. So I know it's a job I would never have. I'll tell you that.
I wanted a tiger at one point.
Our condolences, though, to Ryan Easley's family. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
You may think that you are raising this tiger from a little cub and it'll be loyal to you, and then boom. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any question you have, we're here to help you out. That's 800-292-5150. Me and the award-winning advice-giving Matt Mano.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with the award-winning advice-giving Mano.
That's right, award-winning.
And ladies, he's not feeling well, so if you see him, show him some extra love. We have Nikki on the line for Ask Yee. What's up, Nikki?
Hey, guys. Hey, Mano.
What's up with you?
So this guy that I've been dealing with for a couple years, we're in a situationship. So now I want to stop it. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to come back. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just trying to figure out what should I do. I know I want to keep him as my friend.
You think you could still be friends with somebody that you had a situationship with that still wants to deal with you?
Yeah, we have been.
That's where you're going wrong at.
What should I do?
You either let him hit or not.
Yeah, there's no real in between right now. I think you could only be friends like later on in life when he's moved on, because it's kind of like a little carrot right there that you're dangling in front of a rabbit.
Okay. Well, he's helped me around my house and stuff. Like, when I got my house, what?
So you're just using him?
No. What? In exchange, he got something. He got something too.
You want to be friends. You still need help around the house. You're just not trying to let him hit no more.
Right.
Why don't you like him?
I do like him, but I don't think he wants a commitment.
So you're saying, in other words, if you don't want to commit, then I'm not giving you the box no more.
Bam. That's it.
Well, you got to stick to it then. If you cut it off and he comes back around and is like, you know what, I really do like you, I really do want to be with you, that's a whole nother story. But if
and that's what I'm waiting for him to do. And because he keeps sending me stuff through Instagram, like how a woman should be, how a wife should be, and all this stuff, but you're not trying to commit or, do those things.
Yeah, you send him what a husband should be. Sometimes you got to put your foot down and let it be known, I am not going to just let you do this. I know you help me around the house and stuff, but you're not going to just have this and I'm looking for something more and you're not. It doesn't work that way. It's got to work for everyone.
Yes, I agree. I appreciate that.
Listen, if he steps up, great. If he doesn't, that's on him.
Yep, you hit it right on the nose.
All right, well, good luck.
And that's what I was doing. Okay, can I shout myself out?
Of course, Nikki. Go ahead.
Okay, it's on Instagram. It's Lanique Cosmetics. LANIQ.
Okay, Lanique.
Cosmetics.
All right, that's cute. I'm going to go look.
Go look, and if you ever in Indianapolis and you need some makeup, I got you. I do really good makeup.
Oh, look at you. You cute, too. Okay, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. All right. Well, that would have been good for Maury to join in on that. But guess what? When we come back,
or not.
me and Mano have Mory Povich here. He's got a new podcast. It's called the On Par with Maury podcast. But when I tell you he is amazing to talk to, this man is 86 years old, and you wouldn't believe it. It's way up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah. You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angie's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Mano's here with me.
That's right.
And this is amazing because we have somebody that we can truly say is a legend on the show today.
Absolutely.
Mory Povich is here.
There you go.
Welcome to the show.
Good to see you.
And I've been on the Maury show before.
I know
which
you
is
have.
Amazing
You did some of my caught on tape stuff.
Sure did. Yeah, just to be clear, that's what I was there
You
for.
was on tape?
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You weren't on the paternity test.
No.
show.
No, I don't have any kids.
Come
I'm
on
fine.
now. Mano,
Hey.
you don't want to come on my show.
No, I want to come on the new show.
The new show.
The new show.
Yeah, we're going to do
it.
it.
On par with Mory
On
Povich.
par
Yeah,
pod. On par with Mory Povich.
Yes.
There you go.
And you know what I love about this is a whole different side of Mory Povich that we get to see, because I feel like we've watched you as a true journalist, and then we've watched you host the Maury Show, which had an amazing run of 31 years.
Wow. 31 years?
31 years.
You were a kid.
Right.
And you were staying home from school. You were faking being sick.
I was going out to school, going around my building, waiting for my mother to go to work, and then running back inside.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
100%. Nobody was doing shows like this. Like, what made you come with the lie detector test, the paternity test? Because
out of control teenagers.
Right. Like, what made you go in that area right there?
I was always looking for stories that had drama and had conflict and had, most important, a result. So that the viewers knew at the end of the segment whether they were the father or not, or whether this guy was messing around on his significant other.
Right now, I'm here with my guy, Mano, and we're talking to Mory Povich. You know, I saw your episode with Karamo.
Oh, you did?
Yes, which was amazing. And I saw you told him the element of surprise and authenticity is really important when it comes to doing what you do. And you didn't even know results ahead of time.
That's the best thing I ever did.
So you never knew the results?
The first time we ever did the paternity show, the producer was briefing me, and she says, and the result, I said, you know, I don't want to know, because if I knew something more, then I would skew questions because I knew the answer. So the whole inflection that ends up being the big iconic line, you are the father or you're not the father, was because I was as surprised as anybody.
It was like a cliffhanger every episode.
And we could swear. We were like, that's the father.
We just went through that.
Yeah.
We just did that.
We was flashing back to some old episodes, and I'm like, they got the same mouth. You know
same
how we
nose.
watch it.
Oh, yeah. Got the same nose.
Oh, yeah. And how about this? How about when you put the picture of the baby up? So a guy would come in, African-American would come in, he says, I will not be the father of that child. That child is a white child. You know, you have this picture of a very light baby.
Right.
And he ends up being the father.
Why did they always run, though? Why did they always run, though? Why was they oh my God, they started running?
Because either the guy, you know, went crazy because he thought he wasn't the father and he was, or the woman found out that he wasn't the father and she was sure he was the father.
Yeah. Everybody's always sure.
And they feel humiliated or embarrassed.
The legend Mory Povich is here. He's got his own podcast now, On Par with Maury. And he's giving Mano all kinds of advice, too. But, I mean, classic Mory Povich moments. We got more when we come back. It's Way Up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up.
Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me and my brother, my best rapper friend, Mano. And we are talking to Mory Povich. He's got a new podcast, On Par with Maury. If you were Jimmy Kimmel, what would you do?
I would try to get back on the air, but at the same time, don't tell me to apologize. I'll explain what I did. I'll explain why I did it. I will explain what I meant when I said it, not what people thought I meant. But I'm not going to apologize for something like that. And this is really a serious thing, and I'll tell you why. It's because the FCC chairman basically said, I'm going to go after stations and their licenses if they put guys like this on the air. It's illegal.
Right.
I mean, freedom of speech, baby.
Right.
First Amendment.
You think that they're going to try to make him apologize? You think that's going to be the game
Well,
plan?
I think what happened was I read something where they had a meeting after these stations were going to take that particular show off the air, and they asked Jimmy to apologize, and he wouldn't. And so that's when they pulled the show.
And
They
even
pulled him.
executives, they don't think he necessarily did anything wrong. It's just pressure from the president and this whole merger
Absolutely.
that they're trying to get done.
Right, because the owner of the station's Nexstar that pulled the show off their 30 ABC affiliates is trying to buy another set of huge stations.
Mm-hmm.
And the law doesn't allow them right now to own that many stations. And so everybody thinks they took the show off the air because they wanted the FCC approval of this merger.
Yeah. And by the way, Brendan Carr from the FCC, he's also the same person that helped write part of Project 2025.
Well, you know a lot about this guy.
Right now, I'm here with my guy, Mano.
Right.
And we're talking to Mory Povich. And I want to say part of what we're loving about this podcast is hearing more about you and your background.
Yeah, about me and my father and my wife.
And your mom.
And my mom.
And I hear, like, on the first episode with you and Connie Chung, just heard talking about how much she loves your parents, how much she loves your mom.
Right.
We heard about your road rage.
Yeah.
We heard about how...
road rage?
Oh, my God, yeah.
You still got it?
But that's what I'm
Wow.
saying is these moments and these stories, because we also, the dynamic between you and Connie is just amazing. Even to see how long you guys
Well,
have been
she's
together.
crazy. She's nothing comes. Everything you would not believe what's coming out of her mouth. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's just we've been married